Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Factorio. We've had a little break. Let's get back to building our million minions. And that one, like that. And then I can come down here, we can go and take that one again, and I can drop that right down on there. Like that. And then you do just need to overlap it because of the way that the blueprint is. We do need to overlap it a little bit. I can overlap like that. And then I can also bring that one out. And I can drop it there. And I can drop it there as well. And that doubles up all the rest of it. So I've now got that full blueprint all the way out. We've got to wait a minute while they go out, while all the robots will come along, and they've got to put their 500 copper in each of these. But that is now a massive setup that's going to be producing a lot of green circuits. And the only way that we're going to be able to improve this in the future is upgrading the modules. And we will be upgrading the productivity modules for it. It's just not a thing that we're going to do just yet. That's on our to-do list. Oh! The only thing that we haven't done yet, the only thing that we can't do yet is, I haven't got factories being made. So this is sort of our current building area for the majority of the items that we're building. And it is all going to change. I'm definitely going to change that round. But for now, that's what we're going to keep. So I'm going to put a factory basic there, and I'm going to drop 2 more of them in like that. Just 3 of them next to each other like this. And then I will make 3 factories myself. 1, 2, 3. Like that. And I will start. I always like to start from the left-hand side and progress to the right. It's just because it's easier. So we will make assembling machines in that one. And then in this one here, we will make assembling machine 2. And then in this one over here, we will make assembling machine 3. So that's what we will make in each of them. So first up in here, to make that one, I need 9 plates. Do that. Yeah, copy and paste them all in. Right, so we need 9, 5, and 3. 9, 5, 3. So that, I'm going to change that over to requesting 100. That I'm going to request 200, and that I'm going to request 300. There. Roughly about right, I should think. And then this one over here, I need 1, 5, 10, and 5. So 5, 10, 5, and 1. So those right there, I can request 20. That's 5, so I will request 100. That is also 5, so I request 100. And that is 10, so I will request 200. There. Right. That should keep that one coming along nicely. And then this one over here requires 2 assembling machines and 4 speed modules. I do not want 300 speed modules in there. Absolutely no way. To do 10 of those, I go with 40. So to do 20, I could... So I will do that for 100. And that's going to be half of them, so I will go with 50 of those in there. That's all we need. Okay. That's enough to keep those going. I'm not going to put any limits on these, although those 2... I don't think there's anything else anywhere in the factory that actually require those 2. I don't think there's any recipes that need them. Not that I'm aware of. There's nothing in here that requires those as recipes, and there's no other recipes anywhere that I think require those items. So what we'll do is if I join that into the logistics network, I join that one in there, and I will put a limit on those, and we will go to set 100. Alright, fine, set 200. Yeah, fine. Set 200, that's fine. Less than or equal to 200, and then we will go here, and I'll set that one to those, and I'll set that to 200 as well. Seems to like 200. There. Right, and that one I'm not going to limit, because that's the one that we're going to be using on almost everything we build from this point on. And why aren't you actually making anything? Oh, I'm still waiting on those. Right. That one's ready to make, but we're lacking the assembling machine 1. So if I make myself a few of these, that'll solve that little problem. There, I'll make 10 of them. Like that, and they've instantly started. So this one in here, it's feeding in a few items, and it does take a little while to start feeding them. They do make them pretty quick. They do make them pretty quickly. So there's no point in putting in speed boosts or anything like that. I'll just leave them as they are. They will continue on, and they will do a wonderful, wonderful job. And then they will start moving things over into this side, and we can start getting those being made. And then they come over here, and these will start being made as well. We're just waiting on those. And for those, we're waiting on electronic circuits. So it's electronic circuits that is essentially the big hold-up on this. I can help just squeeze this along a little bit by making a few of them. What I can actually do is I can go... Wait, there's only one in there? Oh, we're waiting on more of those. Right, fine. I will make another load of them. They will bring them over to me, and then I will drop them in here so that we can make a... Just whack through a whole load of those. Because that now actually... That one there, making it 1.25 is... That's 1.25 handcrafting speed. So it's making them faster than I can make them. Half a second, it throws them together. So you do make assembling machines pretty quickly. So I will chuck that into there, and kaboom, like that. Look, see how quickly they're going through? So then the construction robots, they're going to come along, and they're going to make a whole load of them. There they go. There go the construction robots. They're running through. My own construction robots will have just gone through and taken a few items out as well. I've just about... I was going to say, I've just about done everything, but I haven't. We've still got several of them in here that we're waiting for. So I'm waiting on all the factories to be built. But I've got everything in there being built. And we're now waiting on... Oh, no, it's not that we're now waiting on iron. It's that we're still waiting on iron. Iron production is currently the slow point on here. And that's because... It's coming up here. We've finished building that one up. So we've finished putting that back together. And then it's just waiting to come up through there. So we've now got most of the irons moving over here. Some of it's being extracted onto there, which is just topping those up. And then finally the iron is moving up. And it's going to green circuit production up through here as well. Now, green circuit production is great and all. I'm going to need to change this over so that we're not reliant on this belt. And then that belt will eventually be moved. I've got a nice lot of green circuits being produced right now, but I don't know that I've got enough yet. I think we need to get more green circuits being produced. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to set one here, a demand. I've already got a demand for 50 of those. I'm also going to set a demand for 50 green stack inserters, and I'm going to set a demand for a stack of assembling machine 3, because this is the sort of items that we use continuously all day, every day, for a lot of different things, a lot of different tasks. I generally will get a load of speed beacons as well, but I'm not putting beacons on these. I'm just going to do it like that. If I need those to hurry up and go a bit faster, I'll just extend them out a bit more. What I love about this setup, well, it's all right that on this... It's not running down there. Let's go over here into the middle. Right. This setup is great, but these in the middle, they are kind of like hanging around a bit, aren't they? Yeah? They are definitely hanging around a bit. We're waiting on these to be made. They're producing items. The rate at which they're producing them, I don't need those stack inserters in there. I could tweak this system so that I'm not using stack inserters on it all, and instead I'm using blue inserters. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through and we're going to change this. If I put them the right way. We're going to change this system now, and we're going to change it to blue because those are a little bit slower. I do want the green ones on the outside, but because they're a little bit slower, and these already, they do have an increased capacity anyway. I don't know if it tells us where our Does it say what our capacity is? Production statistics, bonuses right here. Insert a capacity 2. So we already take 2 items at once with this one. And that one there is taking 0.5, except that it is half that. So it's about 3/4 of a second to be able to go and produce anything. So why aren't you working? Oh, because that one's not there. Right, let's go over and have a look at something that's actually working at the moment. So I want to change these over a second. I want to do that, that, that. Swap them all out all the way along like that. There. And now we see how they're doing. See, they're still moving them across without any trouble. And the thing that I like is they actually take turns. Right, they are actually taking turns between each side here. So we were just kind of waiting on that one to fill up. They move 2 at a time. They always move 2 at a time. So I don't need these green ones. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to change that. And then we will also change the blueprint. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the blueprint a little bigger than it is right now. So I will go through there like that. And I'll go around that way. And I'll put those in. Like that. There. All the way along. That's the thing, as you develop your blueprints for your base, for your style of play, for how you think it's going to work best for your particular setup, you do a lot of tweaking. You get your blueprint set up, and then you do spend quite a bit of time just tweaking it to make sure that each blueprint is exactly how you're going to want it. There is going to be more changes that we make to this blueprint. In particular, one of the things that we will be doing is we will be changing over the number of... we'll be changing over all the productivity modules. I would like productivity level 3 modules on the entire thing here. I don't want the productivity modules left as they are. I want level 3 modules all the way through. That, to me, would be perfect. So I've got level 3 productivity modules. And I do, that's one thing that I aim for in every build that I've ever made, is productivity level 3. Although, actually, most of the Factorio I've ever played has all been on one base. The whole thing's all been on one base. Just one. Now, if I run all the way along here, and I go over here, I'm just waiting on... I think we've got all the rest. It's fine up through there. That's all looking pretty sweet, all the way down through there. Right. I'm liking that. We're just waiting on a few more of those factories to be brought over. And as things are building up and increasing... Now, at the moment, those are not overusing. I mean, we've still got... For all of our robots are in the air. And if I look down here, I've got more copper, actually. The copper is still doing great. We got no issues with copper. I've got 101,000 copper in the system. Which means that we've still got loads of copper ore coming up. If we have a look down here. See that one there? That's completely full now. And it's got all the demands in there, all 200 of them. So it's sort of filling up these, and we're filling up a load of these chests and getting ahead of the demand. And that is a good thing. And we can look up this way. So we've got copper splitting off up here. We've got a load more of these green circuits being made. I'm going to leave those green circuits. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to alter around what they're doing. Eventually, we'll remove them. Those will then have requester chests set up for it. And we'll leave the rest of it as it is, but we'll change it over so they got requesters working on them rather than what they've got at the moment. And what we can also do later is we put requester chests and passive provider chests all the way down one side, and we do the same down the other side as well. And we basically double this up so that we can make double use of the line of sulfuric acid that comes up through there. It just makes life a little bit easier for us. We're currently having to build those, currently having to make those, because we're using up some of the yellow science over here in our factory. But we're... Oh. We're not waiting on... We've actually got 200 of those in there. And 200 in there. I'm waiting on military science. Military science is actually the bit that has slowed me right down. I'm looking in here. 99. Those have stopped producing. They've actually stopped producing. I mean, I don't have any furnaces over here at the moment, but they're not actually producing. I'm like I'm not waiting on furnaces. The hold up for a lot of it was furnaces previously. That is no longer the case. So what are you waiting on? Oh, walls. And that's not going to change either. Because at the moment, I don't have walls being made at all. We've got this down here. I've got bricks there, which were being made. And that's it. Now, let me zoom out a minute. I got 1 million stone left. And just those walls there. So I don't have a huge number in the way of walls. I'm wondering how we should do it. Whether I should... I mean, I did... Yeah, I want to drop that down. And we want to start, like, making walls as rapidly as we can. I actually want to swap that over and put a stack inserter in there. So that we can make those as rapidly as we possibly can. And that's going to allow me to make the military science. But it's also going to use up all of the bricks. Which is going to be a little bit of an issue. So we want to change how we do. I mean, yeah, the land. See, I want to use the landfill as well. We've only got 1 million stone left. Now, I say 1 million stone, right? That is. There's no denying that's a lot of material. But before I can get more stone, I got to go all the way over here, right? That's a long way to go to get more stone. I don't really want to have to build another set of, like, a robot run down there. So we might set that up with a train loop that goes up to here somewhere. Well, I don't know where I'd loop the train. Maybe we could loop a train up here and back. So that I've got stone coming up near the main base. And then we can... See, I think we might do that. We might bring stone up near the main base so that we can use it and... but it's not like a major issue. So, I mean, at the moment, I don't need to worry about it, because I've still got 1 million stone. When we get down to less than 100,000 stone left, then we are going to need to seriously consider what we do with it. That one's done. That one's also done. See, this is the thing. We're very quickly getting through all of these. Every time I come up to this, I'm removing a little bit more of the mining system for all of the stone. Just another little slice gets taken off every time. There, it's got 19,000, 33,000, it's 29,000. So they're getting through it. They're definitely getting through it. I don't think I need this many of these. That's a definite thing that we don't need to worry about. So look here, how fast are you going? I haven't been brought any assembling machines yet. Why are you delaying on building assembling machines for me? I have to build my own now. Just put in an assembling machine in there. That can go a little bit faster. Right, now I'm waiting on bricks again. That's fine. I can wait on bricks. So I've got stone being taken off there. And I'm actually going to put another one here and take more stone off of there. Because I've got a rather important thing that I want to make sure is done here. I want to... just put you into the chest and not take you out of the chest. That'd be a good idea. Right, so that bit there, that's going to go. I don't want that there anymore. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Go into here. Yeah, you can go. You're done with. And so are you. I got one chest of bricks there, which I no longer want to deal with. I've got coal right there. That can go and be dumped. Steel furnace. That one can be dumped as well. And I got 3 of you, which I accidentally picked up. You can be got rid of. Okay, that's all looking pretty good. So I'm going to want now... enough for 3 lots of it. You know what? I'm going to take 5 of them. We'll get 5 of those. And then I will go and I will make 5 steel furnaces. 5 electric furnaces, sorry. Not 5 steel furnaces. 5 electric furnaces we're going to make. So that one right there, he's doing a great job. Busy sort of spooning that through as rapidly as... But this military science job is definitely a slow-moving process. Let's have a look down here. What are you waiting on? Right, you're waiting on that. So while I'm waiting on that, instead of waiting on that, I'm going to go over to here. Stack inserter capacity +1. That one is stack inserter +1. Yeah, that next one. And then this one here. Stack inserter capacity +2. That one all the way down there. And then that one all the way down there, stack inserter and non-stack inserter capacity +1. You're going to get all the way down to level 7, and then that puts regular inserters up to a stack of 3, and the stack inserters, their stacks, like, they go through the roof. It's really good, but right now the stack inserter capacity, that would be good. So +1 on there. Let's start that research, because that will actually research at a reasonable rate. So I want to just have a quick look at bonuses in here. At the moment, we're on a 4. We're moving 4 at once with the stack inserters. That will go up to 5 times on there. Mining productivity. Damage +20%, +20, and +20 on those. There's all of our bonuses. Okay. So you can now keep working and hopefully maybe catch up a little bit. Might help if I put some... You know, I'm just going to copy and paste. I'm going to put down another one of those. Just going to copy that. Right there. Just going to drop another one down there. Just because I think that's going to help out a little bit. Yeah, just one extra one working. It is going to make a little bit of a difference, I should think. It'll help out. Just as long as it helps out a bit. That's a good start. We're going to go up this way. I just want to find a space, that's all. I'm not too worried about having it look too clean at the moment because of how much I'm going to be changing everything around anyway. As I start out, I'm very messy with building my base. I know that there are several of you that find this, well, I was going to say painful, and then I thought, well, maybe not painful, but yes, it's painful. Painful is the word that you are all generally sort of using to describe watching me do all of this. And that's also a standard practice that I do. I put those in there, which I'm going to do now. I'm going to use them in there like that. Another one in there. So I've got productivity level 2 modules. Productivity +6. So that actually makes 12% bonus on there. Crafting speed 1.4, which is -30. And... productivity is +12%, so I make an extra bit of stone on here. This is stone that we're building, by the way. And I've now got no chests. So that's another thing that I'm going to do, is I can now set, as I've got more room here, set another chest demand. So I go for a blue chest and I go for a red chest demand right there, because those are the ones that I use all the time. There's my blue chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like that. And then stack inserters down through here like this. And then regular inserters coming out down the bottom. Like that. And 5 chests along here like this. Okay, and then I go to there and I make great demands for stone. I demand 200 stone into each. Like that. Copy and paste those all the way out through. And then I put that one there and there, like that. Right. Put a few of them out. I have no lamps. I'll go and get some. I'll take a stack of 50 lamps right there. It's not going to hurt to have some light. Put one there, and then I'll put one over there on that side as well. So I've now got a whole host of bricks being made over here. We've got the stone right there, and that's being funneled down over to this side for a load of bricks just there. And that one right there, we've just about used up all of those bricks. So I'm now going to swap that one over like that. And I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to request some bricks. which are right there like that. Stone brick request, and I'm going to request 200 of them. I need 5 to make a wall. Right. That should work quite nicely. As soon as that inserter capacity bonus is gone through, that's going to be moving 5 of those over at a time instead of 4, which is does make a big difference. I don't actually need the stack inserters moving on there. I tend to, if I've got any question whatsoever as to whether or not a fast inserter, I mean, 9 times out of 10 a fast inserter can do the job anyway. But if I've got any, even the tiniest fractional doubt that a stack inserter might possibly, at some point, encounter a set of circumstances that's going to cause it to slow down a little bit, I'll put a stack inserter instead of a regular inserter. It doesn't mean to say that I always need it. 9 times out of 10, I don't actually need them, and the regular ones are just fine. But that doesn't stop me from putting them in. It works, so why not? As it works just fine, I'll go with it, and we'll leave it like that. Again, we're waiting on blue science. See, I've got the purple science. I've got plenty of purple science coming through. I'm not actually using them at the moment. The yellow science, we've also got those. It is just the blue ones. So the blue ones are the ones that are causing us the issue. And we have a slowdown because I don't have iron coming up here. That's the problem, is I do not have the iron being brought up here. I've got a request right there for iron, but they're not filling the 1,000 iron request coming up here. And I'm using iron elsewhere on this system, which I can't really do a lot with. So, it would appear that our best bet is to actually expand iron production a little bit. Let's double check what the power situation is. The power situation is absolutely fine. We've got full accumulator charge. We are still... Let's have a look down here. 41. I got 28 factories still to be made. Why aren't you making my factories yet? I've reasonably gone through and requested that. We're waiting. It's green circuits. Everything's waiting on green circuits. Green circuits is the slow point. That's the bottleneck. All the way through, the main bottleneck is green circuits. So I'm going to take those, and I'm going to turn those into my very own ones. I'm going to go like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Don't make those. Don't go making the speed modules. Right, I got 8. So all I've made is 8. Chuck those down there like that. Get those making. That's more like it. Get these things underway. If we can get them all going and keep them all running, then everything should all be tickety-boo. I've got a shortage over here of the red circuits for them. That's the only shortage I've got there. I've got 120 of them in there. So I have got plenty of them, but we're still waiting on red circuits to complete that one. Those we're not making. That one, see, it's things like that. I'm just demanding green circuits everywhere. This is the slight issue that we've got, is that we are making demands everywhere, and we're not quite able to fulfill all the demands as we need them. Now, where are the blue circuits being made? Not the blue circuits, the blue speed modules. Oh. I've only got one thing making blue speed modules down here. That's probably part of the reason why it's taking so long to make them. And I need those to be able to make the others. So let's... Well, first up... Oh, wait. Well, folks, Rome wasn't built in a day, and 1 million minions are not going to be built in a single episode. We've run out of time, so if you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.